Hi, it's Trisha Lee. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit about my plans for my barn. In some of my other videos, I showed you around the barn that I work at, and I plan on having my own barn, but I'm going to have a very, very different barn than what is here. I don't plan on having a lot of stalls, and the four stalls that I'm thinking that I want are going to be at least double the size of the biggest stall here. And those stalls will remain virtually empty 99.9% of the time. They'll only be used in cases where there's an emergency that a horse requires some sort of medical attention or something. Otherwise, I don't believe in stalling horses. I think it's actually quite cruel. The horses are such amazing animals. They're so cooperative, and they willingly follow us wherever we lead them for the most part. And so they don't realize it's like sometimes you do things that are really bad for your health, and it's a cumulative effect, so you don't see a big disadvantage to your lifestyle until it gets to a point where you're at a doctor like looking for help, and then it's like, well, you need to change this and that about what you're doing with your life, or you're just going to get sicker. And it's kind of the same with these animals, like putting them in stalls every day. Initially you won't see any damage being done. It's all kind of an internal thing, and it's an accumulative effect. So the lack of movement and stuff like that, it will show up after years and years and years of the animals being locked up half of the day and not getting the required exercise that their bodies need. Over time, they'll come out with all kinds of issues, but they're not noticeable right away. So it seems like a good practice until 10 years down the road, when all these problems start arising from stalling, and also horseshoes are another big practice that needs to go the way of the dinosaur. So I'm very excited about having my own barn that's conducive to natural hoof care. And actually, this crazy idea that I have is I want it to be a passive access barn. So I want to have like beds for the horses and hay and water indoors. But I'd like to have like the kind of doors that they have at the grocery store that just automatically open. So if a horse walks by my barn, the door will open up and they can decide for themselves whether or not they want to be inside. There are times when horses will choose to go inside. Either in the summertime, a lot of times flies and bugs will give horses a hard time, and so for that reason they may seek shelter. Also in extreme weather conditions, especially our cold winters here in Alberta, horses will actually choose to go inside to get out of the wind and coldness. So that's my crazy idea that I plan on implementing in my barn is not stalling horses, but just giving them a big, large, sheltered area for them to, if they choose, to be inside out of the elements. So I'm really excited about building the place. I already have the 80 acres where it's going to be. It's just a matter of resources to start construction and get my animals moved over there. It's pretty exciting.